everybody. We're here with Jason Shulz from Toyota Motor Sales. Hey, Jason.
Hey, how are you?
And Jason is our Entune expert. He's going to run through an Entune demo for us. So take it away.
Thank you.
Jason.
So what we have is our new Entune system. This leverages a smartphone like this Droid to bring in apps like Bing, iHeartRadio, movie tickets, OpenTable, and Pandora all over Bluetooth and 3G. So Entune sits on top of a multimedia navigation system that already has about 8.5 million points of interest. We're bringing in Bing just for points of interest location, really to update so that we can solve the customer problem of looking for a restaurant. The address has been the same for 50 years, but the name's changed. So this gives us the ability to make those updates all over the air. So we'll just search for a local coffee shop.
Well, and not even to hijack your presentation, but something that I ran into. Restaurants, websites, almost every one of them is horrible and flash-based. So if you have a mobile device that doesn't work flash, i.e. an iPhone, you're stuck.
Yeah.
You get no information over the phone. So obviously,
well, and this is strictly point of interest, so it's just data.
Okay.
So once you find a point of interest you're interested in, you can call it, you can map it, and because Toyota Entune sits on top of the nav system, it's tightly integrated. So from here you can press go to and get driving directions just like you normally would.
Just one button. That's cool.
So we can also use voice recognition, so that way if your vehicle's in motion, you can still make that same request. I'll give you a sample of that. I need a flower shop. So what it's done here is recorded everything I've said, and it's sending that up to our cloud-based voice recognition servers up in Seattle, Washington. A company called VoiceBox does this work for us. So what they're doing is converting that audio file into text and looking at it to see if there's any context that it needs to send down to Bing. So then Bing delivers the results.
There's flower shops. Well, that's pretty cool. Now, there's no standard vocabulary that you have to use, like I need. You could just say flower shop, maybe?
So you could say flower shop, absolutely.
Or coffee shop, or whatever.
Yep. So the thing to keep in mind with voice recognition is it's an interpreter, not a mind reader.
Right.
So it's not going to understand every nook and cranny, but the advantage with this particular head unit is the fact that it's off-board voice recognition, so at a later date we can add more servers and enhance the service, all without interfering with the customer's life. And
it's fairly quick.
Yeah.
Over the cloud. Okay.
So the next service is iHeartRadio. This brings 750 local radio stations from across the U.S. all into the vehicle. So the customer problem that we're solving here is, say you grew up on the East Coast, say you listen to Jersey radio, can't get enough of it.
Right.
And you live on the West Coast now, and you can't tune in those stations anymore because FM doesn't broadcast that far. Or another example, too, is say you want to listen to an Atlanta Braves game from an Atlanta radio station, and you live in L.A., you can't get that. So now you can. So we can search from multiple cities. There's 150 different cities represented here. So we'll just pull up Sacramento, and there's some stations. We'll tune in Jack FM.
Good old Jack in Sacramento. Playing what we want.
There we go.
And the titling comes up, the song comes up, you get a little logo. I mean, it's a nice looking interface.
Thank you. And if album art is provided, we'll bring that in too. It's all dependent on the station.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll quiet that one down there. So the next service is movietickets.com. We've integrated movietickets.com as well as OpenTable for that matter as a way to help solve the Saturday night problem of I'd like to see a movie and go someplace to eat, but what's around? So by bringing this in, we can help you make an informed decision. So just an example, here's a local theater. So we found the theater we want. It's all based on GPS in the car. And let's see what's playing. Okay, here's the movie we want to see. All right, so near showtime is 2 o'clock. So if you provided a credit card to movietickets.com with your account, the buy tickets button is enabled. So what I love about this is you can not only find the theater, you can find the show, find the show time, you can buy the tickets, and then you can actually get driving directions too. So it fully completes the transaction.
Wow.
So here I'm just confirming the date and time of the show, or if I want to change it, I can also go through and select the number of people going, number of tickets I need. So here's just a sample. It's confirming all the details. It also, if you provided a credit card to movietickets.com, it's masked that out. But to complete things, you'd actually need to input the security code.
Of the credit card?
Of the credit card, yep. So another level of protection there.
Now, can't do this when the car's moving?
So you can do some of it while the car's moving, but anything that requires a keyboard, for example, to come up on screen, that'll be blocked.
That'll be blocked, okay.
Yep. So the next service is OpenTable. OpenTable has about 15,000 restaurants in the U.S. that is partnered with. So I can search in my current location, or if I'm driving somewhere out of the area, I can choose that too. We'll just search for someplace local. I can specify date, time, party size. I can search by restaurant name if I wanted to. We'll just do a quick search here.
So you just hit the search button. It's going to bring up closest to
Yep.
where you physically are now, I'm going to guess. Okay.
So here's Navio, which is at the hotel we're at here.
Ah.
So we can...
Well, let's spend some money.
yeah.
Let's have a nice dinner tonight.
So it's found the restaurant. Something to note too is that any of these applications like OpenTable, Movie Tickets, Pandora, iHeart, the user interface that we've built is a close facsimile to what you have on the website or on the mobile. The reason we did that was so that customers that are familiar with those apps, there's instant familiarity there. So you notice a rich media display. There's a photo of the restaurant.
Yeah.
I was just there this morning. I can verify that. You can also map it. You can call the restaurant if you want to. We can also select the time I'd like. So the email address is simply what you provide to OpenTable as your account. If I hit confirm, I'm not going to do that because this is live. I don't want to stand at the restaurant. So from there, it'll confirm things on screen, and then you'll get an email in your inbox confirming all the details too, and then you're done.
And then you're done.
Yeah.
You won't forget that anniversary now.
So the next application is Pandora. There are, last count I heard, it was like 3 trillion users of Pandora that are listening to Pandora on their smartphone, on their TV, on their toaster. Pandora is pretty ubiquitous these days. So just a great service. When you go through the enrollment process, I think this is really cool. When you go through enrollment for Entune, you provide your username and password for Movie Tickets, OpenTable, and Pandora. With Pandora, I think there's a real specific benefit there, and that is that the stations that you work so hard to create come into the car with you. There's no reason to recreate those.
Right.
So instant familiarity there. It's all about customization and familiarization.
You have all of your playlists, as it were, waiting for you.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So it's busy buffering the song up. This just takes it's buffering up to 8 seconds of audio, so that way if you're in an area of poor connectivity, it's the same performance you'll see on a handset. But you get standard options like pause, skip, or thumbs up or thumbs down. So that way it'll customize or tweak the playlist for you to help you get more familiar with music you may not be familiar with. There we go.
And there's...
And again, rich media display, album art, song title, artist, you name it. And another benefit, as I said, is it's integrated to the steering wheel, so I can change the volume. So we'll just turn that down. I can also skip the track. Same rules apply. I can skip up to 6 songs per hour with Pandora. So now we've... the nice thing about that is there's no reason to touch the phone. We just keep going on. There we go.
There it is. Very nice.
There we go.
Now, these features are going to be... Entune's going to be rolled out in immediately with the release of the V in the upper packages, but the base model now rolls out later?
So they roll out about the same time.
About the same time.
The features will be slightly different. So,
Okay.
and what I mean by that is on this head unit, you're seeing all of the core apps, Bing, iHeartRadio, Movie Tickets, OpenTable, and Pandora. On the value positioned head unit, you'll see Bing and Pandora at first, and then in Q1 we'll get everything at parity and enable a bunch more voice recognition, as well as provide the other apps to that unit. And that's just the beautiful thing about doing an app date. We can add more features as time goes on and continue to add more value to the customer experience.
Awesome. Anything else we should know about Entune?
Again, it launches with the Prius V, and we're excited to roll it out on other vehicles as time goes on.
We'll come back. There's Jason. Say goodbye.
Goodbye. Thank you.